Hi, my name is Ellie and welcome to Mediumites, writers, bloggers, content creators and copywriters. I'm here today to talk about how to survive on Medium, and these are the things that I've learned in my first 3 months on the platform. These are the things that I really encourage you to try and incorporate into your writing routine to make life on Medium a little bit easier. So first tip is publish fearlessly. Don't be afraid to hit the publish button because it's very easy to write a ton of drafts and never actually basically publish them and let other people read them for fear of perhaps judgment or fear of not being good enough. My advice is don't worry about whether you're good enough or not, just give it a go. And you will quickly find that people will interact with your stories, people will enjoy the things that you're sharing, and also you will be providing value to other writers who have a problem that you can perhaps solve. Second tip, write as often as you can in the beginning to gain momentum. I've spoken about this before, but you're not only gaining momentum to feed the algorithm, it's also a fantastic way to actually quash any self-limiting beliefs that you may have, because the more you put yourself out there, the more confidence you will basically grow, or the more confident you will feel, and each time you publish will get a little bit easier. And by the way, this comes in waves, so you may start to feel confident and then for whatever reason that completely shifts and all of a sudden you obviously you can get those fears of, oh my god, my stuff is no good. I've been there too on the platform, so don't get me wrong. We've all been there, but the best cure is to just try and keep going and publish as often as possible. Oh, my computer decided to turn off on me. Thank you very much, Mr. Computer. Also, interact with as many writers as you can. Not only will this help you build relationships and make friends on the platform, but also the more you engage, the more you earn. I wish that wasn't the case, but with Medium, it's basically a platform that is designed for writers to interact with other writers. So engagement is part of the key to your success or your failure. I'm an introvert, so actually having to engage constantly is quite a challenge for me at times, but find ways and make your own systems to make it easier for yourself. And maybe batch cook your content on the days when you're not feeling very social, and be social on the days when you are a little bit more open to interactions. But yeah, engage as often as possible. Expect the unexpected. Medium is an interesting platform because there are times when you write something that you think is going to be the one that gets boosted, the one that perhaps goes viral, and 9 times out of 10 your expectations don't meet the reality of what happens. Normally the stories that somehow get a little bit boosted or get more exposure are the ones that you're not even proud of. My original stats report on the 7th day of being on the platform, that has been my highest earner to this day. And quite honestly, I wrote it quickly. I didn't particularly edit it. I wasn't even proud of it, but everybody was writing stats reports, so I thought, oh, I'll give it a go. Why not? And that has earned me quite a lot of money. So yeah, expect the unexpected. Write a combo of long form and short form content. The reason for this is that you get to experiment with what works for you, and also by writing short form stories, naturally you can write more of them. So therefore in the beginning, when you're trying to feed the algorithm, if you make your stories shorter, you'll find that you can publish more of them. They do, as a general rule, short form earns less money because of course they're a little bit shorter, and your earnings work based on how long people are reading your content for. So probably 8 times out of 10 long form content makes more money purely based on length, especially if it's engaging and people continue to read. But yeah, experiment a little bit, and also join some of the publications that encourage you to write short form, because not only can you experiment, you also get better at being succinct and more to the point in your writing. So think of it as UX writing, which is basically UX writing. Any good website that you go to with really short content, micro content, that's pretty much UX writing, and then coupled with UX design. So that's when the design and the visual assets on a website match the copy. And that's, if you're ever designing a website, think micro copy, think UX design, and make things really short and succinct, because online people have a short attention span. They're not going to hang around. I've already talked for 6 minutes, so I'll try and make this brief. So yeah, try and make things short and sweet, and experiment with short form as well. Another tip for today is don't worry about sticking to one niche. This can catch people out, because most people on YouTube and most people, influencers and small business owners, they always talk about niching down. This can be useful, and many businesses are super successful because they niche down and they corner their market, and they become the market leader and the thought leader in their industry. If you want to turn what you're doing on Medium into a business, it possibly would be wise to think about niching down. However, again, sometimes when we focus on niching down, it actually paralyzes us from just getting things done. And the reason why I know this is because I've been there. And one of the beautiful and amazing things about Medium is that you don't have to. This particular system does not penalize you if you talk about yoga one day and writing the next, and maybe the next day you talk about marketing, and then another day you talk about grammar. Another day I did a silly Cosmo quiz, and that actually was quite a successful or a good earner for me. So yeah, long story short, with Medium, you don't have to keep niching down. You can talk about a wide range of topics and still have people read your writing. Especially, this is a little bit branding here. So in my opinion, you do not need to niche down on Medium unless you are in a specific industry and you want to specifically make a business in that particular industry. However, if you are a writer and you want to talk about a wide range of topics, that is absolutely possible. And in my opinion, to become very successful on the platform, show your face. People don't only just buy into your ideas, they also buy into you as a human being. Your likes, your interests, your values, your personality. Does your real life personality match your persona on the platform? If you're showing your face, you don't actually have to prove the last point, because then people can see for themselves, oh yeah, that person actually does match what they write about, therefore I can trust them more. And these are not conscious decisions we make as humans, but it's a conscious thing you should think about when writing your stories. Do your stories actually match, not your persona actually, because the persona is sometimes not real life. We sometimes can to have more confidence, we sometimes put on a persona of a more confident person by putting our shoulders back and appearing more confident. But, oh golly, I've lost my train of thought. But basically, don't be afraid to show who you are, and don't be afraid to show photos of yourself, things of your real life, because a lot of people on Medium don't seem to do that. And that's completely okay. Some people are not willing to show their faces, maybe they're not allowed because their work restricts it, or maybe they're shy, whatever their reasons. I completely support and respect that. But if you don't have those restrictions, my advice would be every now and again show your real life, because people buy into people. We are emotional beings, and to create connections, real connections, we need to obviously see who we are as real people. And I've possibly gone off on a tangent there, but I hope you understand what I meant. And yeah, for today, I'm going to leave it there. And as always, keep writing, and love, light and peace. Bye-bye.